Hi, this is Carol Joes, and today is Tuesday, so that means it's Tip Tuesday. Today's tip is going to be a little bit different than some of the tips I normally give. Mostly my tips are around making jewelry, using certain types of tools or techniques, and that type of thing. But today's tip is going to be more around those of you that use this for your small business. And that tip is about I want to share some info on red flags when you get order requests. The reason why I'm bringing this to you guys is because recently I've had multiple people talk to me about things that are just heart-wrenching. And that is when you get a message on social media's messengers or messages, like, you have them in Instagram, you have them in TikTok, you have it in Facebook, and you have it in all the different places that people can message you. And they're asking for your product. And we get excited when we see those because we're like, hey, I'm going to get a sale. But I want you to stop and pause. Not always think everything is a negative and it isn't an order, but just take the time to look into it a little bit before we get overexcited. First, I want you to go and look at that individual that's sending that request. If it isn't a social media, go look at their profile. Does it seem legit? Is their picture a true picture, or is it a canned one that you've seen before? I know on TikTok, I get the following request a lot. I've seen the same picture multiple times of the same lady. I'm like, it's a bot or it's a scammer. So you need to think about and ask yourself, have you seen that before? Or do they have any posts? Do they have any followers? What kind of activities are they doing? So is it a new account? Look into that and just get some clues to give yourself a feeling of who they are. Second, pay attention to the words that they're using in their messages. Are they asking you to rush the order and get it out to them as soon as possible? Sometimes they will ask you, oh, I'm just going to send it a little bit because of whatever reason, and I just need you to send that extra money back to me. Those types of things where they want the money, that's a scam. But then if they're being super vague and not giving you a lot of details, when you're like trying to ask for mailing information or contact information outside of the app and they're not providing it, those are red flags to look at. For me personally, when I receive them, I do a standard canned response. I do ask them to go to my website to see if something is still available or to pay for something. Even if they haven't asked me about purchasing it yet, I include it in there just so that they know, hey, I'm not going to deal with you through the messages. You need to go to my website. But I understand that we don't always have the website. But if you are using like Etsy or PayPal invoices or Square, that makes it a safe environment. You don't want to give out your personal bank or your personal information or payment information. Don't give them your PayPal or your Venmo. Also, be careful if they're requesting it in bulk or in strange combinations. Without giving a lot of details, if it feels weird, just slow down, take a pause, verify what you can, and then decide what you're going to do. The one big thing is go with your gut. If your gut is telling you something just doesn't feel right about that request, it's okay to say no. You want to protect your business. It is yours, and you don't want to be scammed. Please make sure that you're not giving out any personal information or any of your personal bank account, your business bank account, or any of the other payment forms. Protect it. It's yours, and you don't want those scammers to have it. So I hope that this video gives you some of the tips to help you find some of those red flags, because those red flags in your gut can help you. Yes, you might not get a sale, but if it's a scammer, it wasn't going to be a sale anyway. and you got to keep your money. So that is what I wanted to come on for Tip Tuesday and talk about. I hope this information helps you out in any way. If you have questions about it, please put them in the chat. We have chat times and we can talk more in detail about it during one of the chat times that I have on TikTok and on YouTube. So I go to different social medias, and that would be a great time for us to talk about it because I want you to protect your business. I hope you have a great day. I hope you like this Tip Tuesday, and we'll see you later. Bye.